All right, so we're back for game number 4. FN, clean game.
Very clean game.
Back to their usual selves.
Yeah.
Winning in all lanes, winning in jungle, and 4 dragons, and then run it down mid and take the game. So, EGL looking a little shaky. They had a great draft in game 1 where they had Prio mid, Prio top.
Yeah.
Was able to transition that into objectives, into a winning formula, and then after that they said, never mind, we're not going to do any of that. We're just going to roll with Swain, even though there is plenty of counters to it. Lock it in the top lane instead of picking it into like a tank. Mm-hmm. So Shen was picked already when they picked it in game 1.
Right.
So it's a lot more forced, and maybe that was like, hey, it worked in game 1, let's roll with it. But you had to know there was going to be an answer.
Yeah. And that first pick Lucian, like in the first game, they banned the Syndra out, so they didn't have that counter, and they could get it mid, but they just left the Syndra open, and there was just so much priority mid that Cryptic felt kind of useless on the Ori.
And I don't even think Lucian loses to Syndra that bad. You could always pick up the Hex Drinker and
kind of roll
try and dodge some skill shot. You got to play it right. I mean, that's Lucian in mid lane. You're picking it because if it's played right, it wins almost every matchup. But if you fall behind, you're gonna just get deleted.
Yeah.
But how much different was Orianna? You know, she fell behind and she got deleted anyways. Another thing, burn victim building defensive. I would like to see him build the Ludens.
Yeah, push that advantage.
Push the advantage. He's ahead. He's got prio. Because a lot of those games are 1v1 skirmishes would have been kills.
Yeah.
The game ended in 25 minutes, but it would have ended sooner.
That's the thing. Like, if you know that the other team doesn't have the pressure on you, why build the Seraphs?
Yeah.
You know, why? If you already know you have more pressure on your mid laner and on the other laners, like, why even build the Seraphs if you can already push that advantage?
Yeah.
Because Demon Ruler already opened up the map for you, where he as a jungler in this game actually showed us what pressure is as a Hekaro.
And they look great and ran away with the game. And after he gets the 3-1 and he was building damage, using his lead, snowballing, I'm not a fan of the Warrior. I'm more of a Triforce Cinderhulk kind of guy. But
he was 3-1. 3-0
True.
that. Like,
yeah, some questionable builds from some of the other people, like Zyra. First build Morello's is pretty awful.
Brad's most hated item.
Mirror Mana on the Lucian, maybe a little.
And
At
the end of the game, it was, 28 minutes, and it wasn't transformed.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's sitting on, like, Muramana BF sword that's not transformed while they're taking their base, and it's like, or he had Essence Reaver at that point, but, like, at a lot of these fights, he has BF, or, like, the third dragon fight, I think it was, he had Muramana BF sword, and I'm just like, if this is Essence Reaver with like a Zeal or Essence Reaver with a second BF sword, these fights could go totally different.
Yeah. If you can afford to scale, it's a different story.
Yeah.
Right.
They kind of needed to pressure.
They needed that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I want them to draft winning lanes. Winning lanes mean winning games. And your jungler will appreciate it, I promise you.
I just want to see, on EGL's side, I do, like, I always say this all the time, like, show the jungle pressure. Like, if those lanes are pushing, then get up there before you farm it up. You're gonna force a flash, force something.
Well, you need lane pressure to be able to play that way. When you have 3 losing lanes, you're kind of default to farming your jungle. You can't even get crabs.
Right.
And Burn Victim showed us, even when it's bad, he's not afraid to leave mid lane. Sometimes he gets caught out, but he's not afraid to go out there and just, help his jungler get ahead and use that lead. So look for that on the other side. EGL has to kind of take a page out of FN's book, and we're going to probably see the same three. I was going to say, same three bans. I would not be... I'm interested to see if EGL bans the Lucian this time, or is it going to be up for the first pick for FN. And, and is Cho'Gath going to get banned here?
Right.
Probably. I mean, these bans have worked great. Yeah. They found the 2 problem champions, Senna. Well, since they're gone, this whole series has looked completely different from game 1. And we talked about the evolution and the Swain. So Bearson
is up.
He was going to be on tank duty.
Yeah.
I think...
Does that mean the Shen might be banned out in 3rd pick, or... If not, then Shen might be first pick.
I don't think Shen needs the ban. He he looked decent on it. The game 1, he was down 60 CS, but
Yeah, but you take the Swain out, that's a totally different game.
true. But you just pick a tank
You know.
maybe, and you just chill up there. It's tank duty.
Now the Lucian
Again,
comes
man.
through.
And the Lucian first pick. And now this is a pick I'm interested to see how FN uses this. They play around mid prio so well.
Yeah.
They use winning lanes very efficiently. And this is like the dream pick for prio and playing around it. So hopefully maybe Demon Ruler plays Evelyn.
A little Victor flex to scare that Lucian away. Double lift is crying somewhere.
Yeah, is that Victor? I don't even. Victor's another champion. I don't really see him that much. I think of him more as a farm until 3 item. He chills mid and wave clears.
Very strong.
He's strong when he gets to the late game, but like early game, he's pretty
So-
bad. And Lucian is smiling mid lane, and Demon Ruler gets the Hecarim. Looked so good last game. This pick and ban just looks textbook from FN and plays right to their strengths, and that's what you want to do with pick and ban. You want to play to what works and works for you. And with no Syndra, FN, that's kind of been their default pick. Syndra Corki has been really like when I think of FN's mid lane, and Super Thig's Pike. So this Lucian is still a triple flex. So mid, bot, top.
Hey, might see the Pike mid. You never know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like these are still
You
interchangeable,
might
and the
see the
Yumi hover. Don't lock this in, please. That is just.
She's strong.
She's strong.
She's still
but
strong.
You
I
just
don't know about
punt.
the early Zin pick.
Yeah,
either.
you just punt your lane priority away with Yumi. She's not even there. And the Mordekaiser. So they pick Mordekaiser with Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao is what Bearson picks into Mordekaiser.
Right.
So maybe that's why the early pick came through.
maybe.
But that just seems like a waste. And the Darius ban, another Bearson favorite. But he's going to be on tank duty. They banned Swain.
Yeah.
So Maokai, Malphite, Shen.
You got
3
everything.
picks and 2 bans, so he's going to be on something very exciting. And
Caitlin's out.
yeah, Caitlin's out, but we've already seen Riskit not want to pick Caitlin.
Right.
Yeah.
So and with Pike, I don't know if Riskit plays Pike, but we like Pike. We do like Pike. Pike's exciting.
When I think Super Thick played Pike that last game against EGL, he did very well with the Pike in that game. Like, you can't really knock that down.
He popped off.
Yeah.
So. And Pike giving double gold is just kind of one of these champions that
so-
take a game and just it's close. Oh, Pike got 3 kills. Oh, that means someone else got 3 kills. Oh, we're down 3k gold. Okay, the game's over. And Mordekaiser's good. I do really like him, but he's not like a playmaking top laner.
Right.
He
Very,
just
very
chills.
solo.
He presses R on someone in a fight, and the Karthus jungle. No, jungle's already picked. Hecarim top. Karthus
troll.
mid.
Karthus.
This bot?
Zir, so they are
Azir
sending
mid.
the. Oh, no.
Yeah, it looks like this is gonna be a
I
Lucian.
would like the Azir.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be Lucian
Yeah,
80
send
carry.
them
Because I'm pretty sure Bearson does not play Lucian top. Wait.
Unless.
They're throwing you off, Corey. They're throwing you off.
I can't say I've
Throwing
ever
all
seen
of us
it.
off.
Disappointed I didn't see the Urgot hover this time.
Yeah,
Seen that every game.
right.
Pajama Guardian.
Pajama. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be Lucian top.
Yeah. That's
I like to
very
see it.
interesting.
No tank duty for Bearson.
Right. It's a carry.
But this is the problem. Lucian top
Draven.
into Mordekaiser. If Xin Zhao ganks Lucian and Lucian falls behind,
That's the thing.
he is absolutely
done.
useless.
Right.
But if he gets ahead, he can really abuse this Mordekaiser. But Demon Ruler has to play top side. Sivir. Oh.
You're really
The Draven was so much more hype.
I was hoping for the Draven pick.
Ah.
But this, you're right. I think Zen has to. You want to shut down Bearson, you literally focus on Bearson.
Xin Zhao camps
and that's
top.
not a hard gank right
And
there.
FN never plays around top side. You're good. FN doesn't really play around top side. So if Demon Ruler leaves Bearson out to dry, it might be an 0-10-0 power spike game for the
Right.
Lucian. And I don't think he's gonna go Manamune. I think he's gonna go Blade.
For sure, for the sustain and
But
on hit.
I am interested to see. I mean, that is top prio, but the Hecarim has to leave the Pike and the Jhin to their own accord because he has to protect them with wards or with counter gank.
Yeah.
If they do turn a counter gank, like say Mordekaiser falls behind 1-2 levels, Lucian can just dash into him and dodge like the pull, and Mordekaiser's going to have a really bad time.
Yeah.
But I actually do like the comp from EGL. I just don't see.
They need to execute.
Yeah.
They don't execute it, it's done.
I'm still confused on why the Lucian wasn't put into the mid lane. Like, I feel like that's just such a free matchup into Victor. Unless Bearson was really asking for the Lucian. Like, Lucian mid into Victor, I feel like is his dream matchup. Victor pretty weak early, just kind of wave clears and chills.
Right.
Lucian can just run over him, and then you can give Bearson, like, I don't know, any other pick. But not that Lucian top's bad, but I just feel like it's a lot more risky. Whereas if he's on something else, this
maybe they're afraid of the lack AP or so. Because like if you pick Malphite, it does AP, but then it gets countered by Mord. So maybe they just kind of
could have saw the Bearson cinched.
Yeah,
it checks all the boxes.
That's true. Very true.
But yeah, I just think the pick is a lot more risky, and I'm sure FN, if they play it correctly, it's gonna look clean. So, as they have. So, what draft do you like better, Simeon?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, Lucian is just such a power pick.
It's just so hard.
I was kind of surprised by the draft on both sides a little bit.
Yeah, that's why.
Like some of the
if you had to
like
pick
the
one,
Lucian,
which one would you want to be on?
I would probably favor the FN just because the Xin falls off pretty hard.
But I feel like Xin can just put Lucian in the dirt.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have the Azir and the Jhin as backup. And
Yeah, but I just mean like laning phase. You can make this a 4v5
and I'm
pretty easy.
This goes back to Viz. He didn't put pressure as Olaf. He didn't put pressure as Hecarim. So for him to put pressure on Xin, I don't see that this game.
Yeah, and where's like the Volibear? Volibear is so good, jungle. Like if this Xin Zhao was a Volibear, I feel like
I would have expected a Volibear into this. This is what I would expect a Volibear into.
And he's
Volibear
just such a
isn't
good
been
champ.
banned. Right.
Yeah, he's kind of tank, engaged, turns off towers.
Turns off towers, you can tower dive.
Yeah,
like
he just seems very good in this meta, and he's been absent.
Right.
And the Xin Zhao is very good early. He's kind of like the J4 where he
is.
If he gets rolling, he can pop off. And especially R2 Xin Zhao pick, like that's kind of your priority.
Right.
They went Victor, Xin Zhao.
Yeah,
and that's just like
it's very odd to pick that early.
Correct.
Yeah,
correct.
Head scratch.
So that's why, like, when you asked, I was like, I don't know, because that just kind of like
and if they really
me.
wanted the Mordekaiser and Bearson played Xin Zhao into Mord and looked really good, and I think it was against EGL. So maybe that's why they picked the Xin Zhao, but they didn't pick the Mord until after.
Right. And you have FN playing their usual comp, right? If anything that engages, you have the Azir to push them out.
Yep.
You have the Pike literally multi-stun everybody, and that's a usual pick for them.
They're playing we want you to run at us, and we're going to kill you as you run at us.
That's really what they're doing.
Yeah, usually when they play something like that, they do have Bearson on the tank to kind of mitigate it a little bit, slow down the push. This team comp, they have the Azir, so it's a little more fragile.
Right.
But they're doing a lot more damage.
Correct.
And
then you have nobody that can really get on. Like if that was the case, I would have preferred the Nocturne then. Because at least Nocturne can get in, go all the way in.
Yeah. Yeah, Xin Zhao is just it's not a champion you don't really see. I don't think he's bad.
Nocturne does a better job than Xin Zhao because Nocturne can do literally a
he gets on to the back line where Xin Zhao has to go through.
You freaking you just go into it and then you're gonna get knocked back and that's it.
Yeah. So, I agree with you. And this is the FN special, the 5-man invade. We've seen EGL kind of do it, but they've been going away from it. And Mordekaiser.
Comet Jhin as well.
Comet Jhin. Is that a thing?
The Jhin, I mean,
or
I'm not an AD carry.
Did he forget to change his runes from Vel'Koz?
I think it's all right. Like
I actually don't. I have no idea. Fleet footwork just feels so nice on him.
Yeah,
the speed
I'm not
boost
sure what's the best for him right now. I usually
is-
see people going Fleet, like you said.
Yeah, and the prior one says this is the second Sivir game we've seen. I haven't even heard Sivir's name in months.
I know, right? I've been seeing it so many.
So seeing it twice, it's interesting to say the least. When's Cryptic gonna build Morello's? What item do you think? After his
I don't think has he built Morello's in all 3?
Just at the end there.
He,
Oh,
he did
okay.
as a
Meme
joke
little
last
bit.
game.
Okay.
but, yeah, I
Skip the Victor upgrades and just go straight to Morello. I think
Yeah,
that's the call.
the
This game.
ultimate power spike. But yeah, I'm interested to see how this Lucian does. I really like playing Lucian top, but I'm trash, and I always get behind and just get dumped. So. And Demon Ruler starting blue here.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's a different
He's
start.
gonna be pathing away from the Lucian, and Xin Zhao doing the same. Which
Xin
is
is fine.
Yeah, but you want to get this Lucian behind. Like if Xin goes up there level 3
Yeah.
and kills
Pathing
Lucian,
away from
this
Yeah,
game is
pathing away from him.
this lane is over.
Like
So you know.
you're not gonna be able to really gank this bot lane.
Yeah,
unless you-
it's weird that they don't pressure towards the top. Like, their game 1 was all around Gilio getting ahead. I'm really
And then
confused
after
why
that, we
they-
haven't
yeah.
seen any play around it. They just
Yeah.
kind of
Right.
left him to the wolves.
Even last game, they had a chance to do that, and they just didn't.
Yeah, and that was kind of what their comp was around, was the Swain. It was such a high priority pick, and then after they get in game, they're like, all right, good luck, Gilio. We'll see you at 20 minutes. Hopefully you're ahead.
Yeah.
It's like, interesting. That was a nice hook. He made it through the minions. It didn't hit anyone. It looked cool, though.
Oof.
And this is why his ear's good. He can just get lane prio, push in. He's pretty safe. He has the stream of shuffle, so if Xin Zhao starts running in at him, he just glides out.
He can build his own tower.
Yeah, he just seems like a very good safe pick. And Viz here on the bot lane.
I don't think he got
I
seen.
hope he doesn't go on the Pike because
Yeah, he goes on the Pike. Pike stuns both
it's like
Braum
you can't gank
and
that.
No, that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like he's just gonna dash out anyway.
And look at this Lucian. Imagine if he paths from blue to topside and this
Right.
Lucian is on the tower.
Yep.
Free gold. He's... Oh,
See,
but
and that is
they don't even need the Xin Zhao there. Or the Xin Zhao leaves.
Xin Zhao's good on the
FN
1v1. This is where Xin Zhao's strength is,
Yeah.
the dueling. But there's
mid
no prio, man.
yeah. So Demon Ruler forces him out and
Oh.
Risk It popping off, gets the double. Azir kills the Xin Zhao. This game is looking pretty rough.
Yeah.
Early game's already down the drain for it. That's what they're hoping. That's where their plan was to get the early game. But that whole,
pathing into the bot,
Yeah.
they were shoving in. It's
Ganking a Pike is so hard because
Yeah.
unless he uses his E,
already, right?
he just Xin Zhao jumps on him. He just E's, stuns him, and gets out, and he's chilling. This Lucian's pushing the tower. This is where Lucian wants to be, and this is why I said Demon Ruler has to protect topside because Lucian wants to be on tower, making Mord have to work for this CS. He wants to be putting pressure down, but Xin Zhao is not given a care in the world. Lucian's on tower. He's coming for his
given
revenge,
the Azir,
and it's
hard
like
to gank that.
that's what I'm saying. Like the only gankable lane is the Lucian. He's not the easiest guy to gank, but you just save your dash for when he dashes, and then you just knock him up and kill him. But
Or play off the E like that.
Correct.
I just don't agree with this pathing
Oof.
one bit. Burn Victim double buff Azir at this point is so dirty to play against. It is not fun. And yeah, this Lucian is having a good time. Respects, he's like, okay, my ward went down. Xin Zhao could be up here. I'm just going to walk back.
Yeah.
And he's chilling. They have Scuttle Crab. Xin Zhao doesn't have a dash, so he can dodge like this vision in the tri-bush with the Scuttle Crab. So Lucian has full information here. He's big chilling. Mid lane can't be ganked. Bot lane can't be ganked. But here comes the Xin Zhao to top lane. But like we said,
It's already
that
too
ward
late.
and
Flash
Bearson
on him.
playing it good. He doesn't even have to flash out. He's just having a good old time up here, wasting Xin Zhao's time.
It's rough. Yeah,
You hate to see it 'cause
frustration.
you hate to see it, yeah,
you
'cause
do.
This is just not correct.
Because you know that there was if they just like you said, it's just if they can execute it well, it'd be fine. But they didn't. They didn't execute any of that well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's like
that's
he
what
was on
happens.
autopilot. Like, oh, Xin Zhao, get 3, gank
Might
bots.
drive by steal this.
Yeah, he walks in. Blue team steals or gets the dragon. Hecarim was no health, but
I was thinking he was gonna jump the Hecarim and just kill the Hecarim.
Victor
Yeah.
short flash as well.
Victor fail flash, but he gets the kill. And Risk It probably going to go down here, but they got the dragon. They got what they came for.
Yeah.
Burn Victim caught out now.
Yeah, kind of a weird play
Yeah,
by FN there.
just
to,
running it. Beacon or TP
Oof.
out. That's a good play,
a
actually.
little greedy to try and sneak that dragon under their nose.
Yeah. So they've had lane prio all game, and then they were kind of like low, and then Risk It ran into 3. Yeah, just an odd play. I mean, FN gets the dragon, and they're still ahead.
Yeah, they're still alright.
It's not like a game-losing play like the pathing was, but and not that that's game-losing, but it just really makes this game much harder. Where
Harder to win.
yeah, if this Lucian's behind and this Mordekaiser can walk up freely and fight him, like I feel like top lane is the move for EGL. But this is why Lucian's so good as a solo laner. He can get these early leads and he's no fun to play against when you're not getting assistance.
Yep.
If you're playing solo queue against Lucian, you're just spam pinging, I need assistance, and nothing's happening.
Oh,
And,
that's just so much damage.
yeah, this trade. And
I would say the one positive is Victor got those kills. So if he can kind of snowball out of control, maybe they have a chance to.
And he
Yeah.
can wave clear. He can really stall this game out to let Sivir get to that point.
Yeah.
I think if Sivir gets to 3, 4, at least 3 items, I actually do like EGL's comp. But getting to that point versus the Lucian, the Jhin, the Hecarim, the Pike,
You got the damage
is
that you
just-
have to go through.
yeah. Surviving to that point is just going to be so hard.
Yep.
And the game could be over before Sivir even hits 3 items. And really, realistically, she needs 4, 5 items to really be popping off. But
Well,
I love Cryptic, but that's no Mega Man, Victor. Thoughts?
True.
oh, it's a lazy back.
Oh, and the lazy
Very
recall, but
lazy back.
the spell shield saves her. But he lives. Is he 6? Curtain
Yeah.
call.
Yeah. He's
He's-
zigzagging.
he's
I see
using
the
it.
zigzagging. Oh.
Happy feet wombo combo.
Super Thing's kind of just watching.
Yeah, Super Thing's cheering him on next to him like, you can do it. Yeah, Pike are there, guarantees the kill, but nice sidestep by, and here
Nice
comes
ulti
the,
back.
that's a
Yeah,
great
nice.
stream of shuffle, and yeah, and this is why Hecarim's good. And Zinzo bad.
It's not that Zinzal's bad. It's just Zinzal's a dueler. He's an very early game dueler, and he can 1v1 the Hecarim if he gets the jump on him.
Yeah, just executed very
And just
poorly.
executed very poorly.
And,
That's
and
it.
this
He
is what my
could've-
boy LS calls sinning junglers. Olaf, Lee Sin, Xin Zhao. These early that have to get kills, otherwise they're useless.
Yeah.
And we see Xin Zhao with 0-2-1 scoreline, no kills seen there,
And behind by
he's-
20 farm.
yeah,
like,
he's gonna fall off very hard. Elise is another one of those champions where if she doesn't get a gank or a kill at level 3, like she
Correct.
feels so bad.
Yeah.
So Xin Zhao right in that camp, not pathing topside.
I do have to say your Lee Sin comment, unless you're a godly Lee Sin.
Yeah,
and can
like-
make it and be like that playmaker, a little different. But you're right. Those
But
are the
if you don't get the
junglers.
early kills, like just
Right.
Lee Sin feels like a ward bot who
Yeah.
just kicks someone off. Like,
That's all he does.
yeah,
And no bad builds so far.
yeah.
Where
our-
I've been checking everyone.
Nice spell shield.
Brett, the build police. Don't build bad when Brett's on here. He'll call you out.
That's a lot of damage on that Jhin though from the Sivir. So
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and Sivir
That's
does
there,
good in
it's
these quick bursts, but like I said, she doesn't really come online until 3 items at
Right.
least. And then she feels good. But until then, it's just... Is he going to go... Oh, I was going to say Mana Mune Sivir?
No, I see the BF. I see the BF.
I know. I was nervous.
Nice. Held
Ooh.
on to the Q.
Yep, and he doesn't get the stun, and Risk It gonna flash the Braum ult. That was a little, he was scared. Maybe saw had the tingling that Xin Zhao was coming, which he was. It gets pinged out after, but yeah, if Xin Zhao's there, they're dead. So that was a good safe flash. Rather flash dodge the knock-up and survive guaranteed than get knocked up and then flash and
just
risk
saying
it.
that play, you had that deep board down bot. Mordekaiser could have just teleported and gotten 2 kills right there.
Yeah.
If they wanted to make that play.
But he's getting pushed in, and this is what Lucian does well. He's even playing weak side Lucian top. That's not something that should happen. This Hecarim is living in bot lane, living in mid.
And Zinjao hasn't done anything top lane.
And he is just leaving Gilio out to dry. And it just feels so bad because a weak side Lucian should not happen. Lucian needs to be a strong side champion. That's kind of like what he does best. But if he's just
they really want this
able to chill up here by himself, it's just...
No Victor ult for this, so they still have the shuffle.
Ooh, I don't think Braum has
Azir
ult
kind
either.
of in a weird
yeah,
spot
Braum
right
doesn't
now.
have ult either.
But
Ooh.
Lucian coming in. Oh, and a great Sorima shuffle right into the
Just no one to follow
Lebron.
up.
Yeah, Lucian gets the nice ult. Chunks everyone in that, and he's like that burst mage, but Mordekaiser taking his revenge.
Lucian out.
Yeah, he finally gets his chance to get on this Lucian, and he has a good time. Yeah, Lucian does a lot of damage, but no one is able to follow up.
Another one of those game 1 moments where they just kind of looked all over in a team fight. They didn't have any focus, really.
Yeah, and Risket's full health. Hecarim's full health. Like, Hecarim has ult. Like, if Hecarim ults in there, I feel like it's a different story. And then Mordekaiser did a good job ulting the Lucian.
No, they're forcing this.
Yeah, Hecarim's full health.
Yeah.
Do they not see him? Like, I can just see the bouncing grenade getting a quadra kill here. Don't do it.
That's
Don't.
a bad decision.
Yeah.
This is a bad decision.
And now they're just wasting it. So they're going to lose Dragon here. And now they're just chilling.
Fourth shot.
Yeah, fourth shot guarantees. And now they all die. Oh, Hecarim going a little bit deep. Azir not wanting to follow up. There he goes. Gets the double. Yeah, and they were just a little late pulling the trigger. I thought they were all dead. I was like, this is a tragedy.
Yeah.
But EGL turns it back, gets a couple kills, and they're keeping this close. This Pyke didn't get the reset on the R.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that could have been very scary as all the players were very low.
And it's Cloud Drake. Like, there wasn't really any need for them to really risk that, right?
But Lucian getting his time to pound on the Victor, but
nice E by Gilio.
he flashed, dodged the sweet spot Q. Otherwise, he dies. But Lucian, and we see why Lucian's good into Victor. He just runs at him and says, "What are you gonna do about it?" He puts the slow gravity field down, but Lucian just dashes and goes, "All right, good try." Oof.
And without the Victor, it's going to be hard to push this in.
Yeah,
Siege.
Victor's kind of their wave clear. Besides Sivir, they do have a lot of wave clear on this team. That's the one really big selling point for EGL. Sivir, Victor is like S+ tier wave clear. That's kind of like the dream team. But when you have all these people running at you, and the thing I really like about Jhin is he's like the burst AD carry.
Yes.
He gets so much AD, and if you get fourth shot, you're like out of the fight.
Yep.
If you're Sivir, and Sivir's a short range AD carry, she's got to get into the fray, and she can't spell shield that. So Bearson dashing in. I don't know if Gilio used the E pull and missed, and that's why Bearson's feeling like he can take this. But now, and we see Lucian not even like. He's having a good time up here, but he's not like winning decisively these trades. Now imagine if Zinzao got Mordekaiser ahead and Mordekaiser was able to get the tabby, pick up a little AP, he could just run this lane. And, oh, a great hook. No spell shield. Braum doing a great job, and we see the power of Braum there. Super Thig. Flash R misses. And are we going to see the fourth shot? He's holding it. And he does a lot of damage. Sneaky W.
Ooh. They're so low.
I know.
I thought Comet was going to do it. I was going to say us flaming the Comet pick almost came back to bite us. But
Comet was on cooldown.
Yeah. And probably just another stream of shuffle into this Hecarim. And
flashless Victor.
Yeah, flashless Victor.
That's...
Oh, I thought he was going to be able to trade. That would have been at least worth it. But just seeing why Victor is not a high priority pick for a lot of mid laners here. He's just abused, and when he has no flash, Azir just kind of similar to like we see Set mid when Ward just putting in work here and solo kills Lucian.
Just the power of Mord.
Yeah, Mordekaiser's a very good and that's why I didn't really like this pick of Lucian top. I really would have liked to see it mid lane, but it goes in the top lane, plays weak side, loses the 1v1 because he has no assistance and is in a losing matchup. Jin flashing on the wrong side of the map. Pike trying to help.
Oh, nice stun. The flash stun right there.
He got the flash stun, but Jin just dies. Pike's like, deuces, I'm out of here. Because he's so slippery. Pike is just ridiculous with his dash, invisibility, healing. He's a very 2020 champion.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, they don't want to play around Gilio, or they don't communicate to play around top.
Right.
But he's at 3-0 right now.
Yeah,
he could
he's
be
strong.
doing so much more work.
He's got
right
the
now.
Leandries.
Yeah.
And, like...
He didn't have to be under tower all game if they
Yeah.
just played around that strength.
Yeah, Lucian's had lane prio and got a lot of damage, but Gilio picked up some kills, and now Lucian is having trouble. And this is why Lucian weak side is not a thing. Usually, I guess. Like, I guess it is a thing.
Yeah,
We're
it's kind
seeing
of
it
getting
right
away
now.
with it right now. It's not being punished.
Yeah, he's
Right.
not getting punished. Like, if Xin just looked up there, this game could be like... Gilio could hard
game.
he could be
Right.
1v9ing this
Yeah.
game.
Correct.
Because he just presses R on someone, and if he's ahead, he gets a free 1v1. He
Right.
can't be blown up, and then he gets all the extra stats, and then he just can go crazy. Whether it's the Azir, who is very strong, like if Mordekaiser was able to have one more item, if he had the Rylai's or something, he could fight this Azir.
Yep.
But he's not. He's just thrown to the wolves, top lane island, as everyone likes to say.
It's hard to do that. Like, it's hard. Like, it's hard to just have that control.
Yeah, and if you're playing weak side, you just kind of are at the mercy of other players. But we see Bearson
Executioner's
taking these trades, and this is what he has to do as the Lucian. Like, he has to take these. And,
Oh, it's done.
Yeah, and Lucian finishing the blade, big power spike. He gets the
Oh, nice. Wow.
yeah, that was a great
That was
heal
a
by
good
Sivir
heal.
to prevent the execute.
Yeah, a little unnecessary for Super Thick to go that deep in when they have the dragon for
Yeah,
free.
and Lucian just solo killed top.
Yeah.
Like, let him do his thing. He's got TP, but
that was
Shurima
not-
shuffle, the ultimate from Azir just
That's rough to watch.
Yeah.
feels bad, man. If you are the team on EGL, like, top lane gets soloed into the dragon, into the ace,
Yeah,
delayed
that's your
ace.
strong point top
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, and your strong point just got soloed. But that's why Lucian's good and bad. Like, he's like this coin flip. Like,
Yeah.
he's gonna take these aggressive trades, and if you can make it so he loses these, he's useless. But he's not useless anymore, as he just solo killed Mord. Bud Light Ace. No, this isn't LCS, Sam. Come on. Cringe Berserker Reeves.
On the Azir, I think they're referencing.
Oh,
But that's not that bad. It,
I was gonna
it really
say.
depends. He doesn't need the M pen right now.
I was going to say, there's no magic resist on the other side. It will hopefully come eventually since he's sitting at 616. But he is looking to just shred these towers, and they're just trying to end this game, I think. And this Xin Zhao is only going to feel worse and worse as he's going to be building.
Chain Force.
Does he go Trinity Force? If he goes Black Cleaver, I might shed a tear, as there is no armor on the enemy team. I will actually cry. Like, and he just is struggling to deal with this comp. Like, the only one he can kill if he gets on is Jin, and I will tell you, Super
But
Thig is not going to let that happen.
Right, but even Jin, you get all shots off. That movement
he's
speed
fast,
is intense for an ADC.
Yeah. And Super Thig's going to be peeling.
Yeah.
You got the or the Azir ult. I don't even know what it's called. Stream of Shuffle.
Yeah.
Sure. The soldiers. Yeah, it's just a rough pick. And for this to be your first round pick, like, pick 2, you usually want either like a power pick or like a super safe pick, and they did neither. Not a
Right.
power pick or a safe pick.
Right.
It's just
Right.
the
an
Emperor's
interesting-
Divide thing.
Emperor's Divide.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd do without you, Switch Chat. You guys are awesome. But yeah,
I do think the Lost Chapter is kind of weird with the Comet build, because you have the mana flow band anyway. You don't
yeah,
need
you
that
usually
extra
see that if
if you're going for
Oh, but he's-
the lethal tempo.
he's
Oh, that's
he's
just-
smurfing though.
Wow,
Does he,
that is
oh,
a
he
nice
doesn't.
stun.
Yeah, he gets the
Very
shutdown
nice
gold.
placement.
Yeah, which is very important if EGL is going to have any hope in this game. But
Yeah.
Lucian and Jin and Pike are just doing this Baron. And this is what you can do when you have a lot of damage and a fed
Yeah.
Hecarim. Hecarim going Cinderhulk this game.
Yeah.
I definitely like it more. Good job, Demon Ruler.
They need it though. There's no tank on their
Yeah.
side, so they need something.
And he's not smurfing like he's not 7-1 like he was last game where he
Right.
can just run over.
Right.
And EGL has no idea this is going down.
No wards on
And
that
now-
side.
And now the damaged team is just going to be able to push. Like, Azir is so good at sieging. Jin, decent at
Yeah.
sieging. Lucian, good at sieging.
Yeah.
And they don't have an answer. Like, the Victor and Sivir. Sivir's on 1 and a third items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going for a
Looks like
Zeal
rapid
item.
fire.
Yeah, probably. PD would probably be good.
Phantom Dancer.
Yeah, or even just like IE. I
They
hate
need
to,
something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish Azir would have just held his lead and kind of held the TP for Baron if they needed it, because he'd have Baron buff right now and they could split with that TP right now. It kind of
Oh, but
slows down
Bearson
their push
is
a little bit.
gonna come out of the death realm to a nice
Ooh.
little surprise. Pai getting the stun into the Sivir kill, and that's what they need. They need to funnel gold onto Sivir.
Yeah.
ASAP Rocky, because he is 1.5 items away from being relevant in this
Yep.
game, and the game is probably going to end before she hits 3 items, and
Yeah.
that's the problem with Sivir. She's not one of these 1 and 2 item
item
spike
spikes, yep.
80 carries, and that's why she's not been in the meta. You see Jin, he gets his Storm Razor, he's strong, he gets his
Ooh,
IE
that
stronger.
hurts.
Risk it, just popping
Braum
Pai,
just
not
went
even with
down.
the 4th shot.
No.
And he puts the 4th shot on Victor, and he takes so much damage. And yeah, Sivir is like a 3 item and 4 late game god, but these games aren't going to late game. They're not getting the 400 CS win condition. And
No.
when you hear 400 CS win condition, you're like, oh, that sounds appealing. not when this game's ending when you're at 146 CS. You have a long ways to go, young guy. He went Zerkers into Oblivion Orb. Yeah, it's kind of like a garage sale in Burn Victims inventory, but he's popping off, so he
He's
can
just
kind of do
teasing
it.
the Morellos
Yeah, I
right
was gonna
now.
say he can kind of build whatever he wants. He's getting Morellos for all that healing. You know, that Mordekaiser as Conqueror. The 3rd auto for Zinzao heals. That's it.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Just
and he just eats more damage than he takes when he goes in, and that's super thick.
that's
Fishing a little bit here,
anxious.
but-
little anxious.
He just says, "I'm out of here." Dashes out, stuns if they chase.
Yeah, Lucian splitting on top lane.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Soul Drake here too, so they're gonna have to fight for this.
They
Yeah,
have
Lucian
to.
has TP. They are doing a good job clearing all these flank wards because
Oh,
Lucian's
that's
gotten into the
done.
back, but fourth shot gets the Earth Drake,
And they don't care if they're
Risk it.
losing.
flashes into 5 people, runs it a little bit, but
They're
that's
doing a
all
little
right.
early celebration right now.
Yeah, stop the ports. Oh, we're gonna see super thick 1v1 the Zinzao maybe.
I don't know.
Or he
Steve
might
could
just
come
die.
out.
He's down 3 levels. Oh, he's dead if he hits the ult. And Hecarim's rolling. They see me
Oh.
rolling. They hating. And Bearson dying. This is getting really
out of hand. It's
messy,
getting
but
crazy.
I think FN's ahead enough where it
Yeah, it's
doesn't.
kind of inevitable at this
doesn't
point.
really
Yeah,
matter.
they're up
They're
8K
8K.
gold.
This Hecarim is strong.
Yep.
He is going for the Death Stance 3rd item, so if that comes in, he's going to be tanky. He's going to be doing a lot of damage, healing. Yeah, I'm interested to see what Burn Victim finishes next.
Yeah, if he ever
he's
finishes
just got to.
one, he'll
Is he
just-
going to get like a
Death cap.
Death Cap? That's a big pickup. So Oblivion Orb into no MR. He's going to be doing pretty
A
much
lot
true
of
damage.
yeah.
And this is where the Zerker Greaves is like questionable. If he has the Sork Shoes, he's going to be doing like such good damage with the Oblivion Orb. Like that power spike
Yeah,
right
double
here.
M-pen on there.
Double M-Pen into no magic resist. You hit the Death Cap, you are going to be like one-shotting people. Like Cryptic can't even walk up, otherwise he just dies.
Correct.
And the Sork Shoes or the Zerks are okay. Like you can take objectives, but
Yeah, it's not the worst, but
it's
he
just
could be doing a lot
more
more with that.
optimal. And he doesn't need the attack speed. He's got Nashers. Like it feels good. I wonder if this Lucian's just going to be on split duty.
He can 1v1 pretty much anybody though now.
Yeah, the Mord is like, he's got Bramble Vest now. He's got Tabby. He's got 2 AP items. I think Mord can 1v1 Lucian if he pulls him in the Death Realm and gets on him. As long as Lucian like dodges everything, which he's got to dodge the E with his dash.
Right.
It'll be close. I mean, Mordekaiser's 4-1-2. It's definitely not a bad game for the top laner.
No.
Gilio's looked good in like all these games, but they just put him on an island and he just ignored him. Like, and that's just so bizarre because he had literally a free winning lane, and then they could play around him if they just went to it. So, yeah. And Victor looking for a pick here on Bearson. Flash
as well.
He flashes, drops the stun zone, but I don't even think he wins this. If Bearson just dash auto Q. Oh, he's got the shield, and
he missed that Q.
And Lucian, like we kind of said, Lucian is like a hard. If I lock in Victor, I'm shaking in my boots if I see Lucian. So picking him into it, even though they didn't lane versus each other, it's just like a hard matchup. And Mordekaiser pulling this Hecarim in the Death Realm. This is not what you want. Mordekaiser probably regretting it a little bit because he's pulling in one of the strongest members. As he's the strongest member, he kind of wants to just eliminate someone. Like, if he just pulled in, like, Jhin or Pyke, they could make this a favorable fight, but he takes a fight he cannot win. Pyke gets the ultimate, gives gold, the kill gold over to himself and Jhin,
and they lose everything.
It's going to be the game. So,
congrats to FN.
Yeah, congrats to FN. They had a very good season. Not flawless. They lost game 1.
3-1 prediction.
3-1.
Yeah. I'm 100% with my predictions.
Yeah.
Nice, Brett. Very good.
Brett smurfing on us, not only in game, but in predictions as well, I guess. So, and we see them diving fountain, and that is the game. Yep. And that's going to be the championship to FN.
Right.
I don't know if they have a trophy or something. Maybe Vindy will pull one out. But we are going to have a conversation with Burn Victim, the team captain of FN. I'm not sure if we have this ready. This might be a surprise to production, but surprise! And then after that, Vindy is going to step in as we all step out and leave him solo dolo up here so he can talk to you guys. He's been itching to get on the camera. After his team just took the L, he was rooting for him hard. I could hear him chanting in the other room, EGL, EGL. But his belief was let down. I think the copy pasta for FN was too powerful. They overtook Vindy's faith. But yeah, very clean game. A lot of, and we just saw like FN play with like the meta strong picks better. Hecarim looks so good on Demon Ruler.
Yeah.
Bearson played the Lucian. It looked good.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like perfect,
amazing,
but he played it good.
I think EGL just should have played around top more.
Yeah,
they had Gilio with the leads in almost every game if they just pushed that.
Yeah, and weak side Lucian is not a thing. Teams, do not play that. Play it strong side. Play around it. That's why he's good. He can pair with your jungler, and you can take over games. Don't just leave top lane Lucian like to the wolves, because that's scary. Luckily, Bearson played it well. Like, he died a couple times. But
the Morello finish on Burn Victim, too. He did it.
He did finish Morello's, so.
Threw it in there.
I guess we shouldn't talk to him on Discord. I'm just kidding. He just wanted to toss Boris a bone. Boris had to feed his family. We didn't see too many Morellos.
Yeah.
He had to steal from the players.
Yeah, good game from both teams, and FN did. Oh,
we're getting ready.
We're getting ready for this.
This is like a preview of next season because all the teams really want post-game interviews. Yeah, we're ready for them. Send them in. Send them to the Wolves. Hello.
Oh, I hear everyone.
Hi.
Congrats, Michael.
Congrats, Michael. Very clean game. Question number 1: why did you build Morello's in game Amnesia?
In the last game? Well,
yes.
I had to. Morello's the best item. Unfortunately, I couldn't build it earlier, but
I didn't see it yet.
I had 2,400 with the Oblivion Orb, and we killed them all, so I'll give it to Merlin Namaka. I know how much Mega Man likes that item.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Well, other than that, pretty clean series. After game 1, we dropped game number 1, which was you guys looked a little shaky. I was a little nervous, but then you guys got back to your roots.
Yep.
Played really cleanly.
Yeah, did that Lucian throw you guys off, or kind of what
Yeah,
was
what
the?
happened?
What happened game
We're
1?
going to talk about the bad things first, and then the good.
So it's all good. So game 1, we just didn't play to our objective, which is our game plan, because top got really far ahead for EGL. Gilead was very far ahead and tried to help out Bearson, which is a Shen, in which normally Shen just wants to help out bot lane. So we just didn't play to the game plan. The Lucian was surprising because I was prepping to play it, but yeah, Cryptic played it pretty well, and it's a very strong laner and champion.
Yeah.
So that's why you kind of saw it throughout the bans, like all series and picks.
Yeah. The draft really evolved. So after game 1, we saw you guys switch your bans to Set, Senna, and there was a third one, but Cho'Gath. And after that, you guys were kind of sitting good because the Set and the Senna really threw a wrench with that game 1. Their game 1 draft was very good, but then after those bans, you guys were sitting pretty good. So great job evolving your pick and ban phase to adapt to the series. And that's something that in best of 5, that kind of win and loses the game. We saw you guys really make a right change, and EGL didn't really have an answer. So good job on that. I'm trying to think of another question for you.
I guess
Simeon's got you.
I'll go. We'll go. Let's pick up. We'll pick up after the loss. I guess what how did you bring your team back?
So we just took a mental reset, and we realized how we played the game poorly and what we need to do to go back to our win conditions. Which, I'm pretty sure that game they got the first 2 dragons and they got the first herald, and that's what we like to do. We really like to get the neutral objectives, and so that's how game 2 you saw the Corki, and Corki does a very good job because pretty much for every dragon you just pick a package, and it's extremely difficult to pressure the dragon as EGL when you have the Corki. So, and then we also had the spicy picks with the brand support to give lane dominance against the Caitlyn Morgana. So you just had winning lanes, and then the Corki just giving additional pressure to the dragon.
Yeah, was the Sivir something you guys had practiced, or was that kind of just something you decided to pull out here?
We practiced it a little bit. We knew that Sivir would be a potential option into the Caitlyn because if Caitlyn just uses any abilities, then Sivir can just spell shield them all, especially with the Caitlyn trap. But something that I've known from playing in the past is that Sivir is actually extremely good with heavy damage mage supports because of giving safety, and the ultimate gives a lot of agency for those mage supports to really thrive in the bot lanes like Caitlyn Morgana, where you can use them. So that was the idea with that.
Yeah, and you guys were able to bounce back from your first loss of the whole circuit, so that was great to see. And then you guys kind of got back to your ways and looked really clean, and it was great to see that. And you guys really had answers to everything that EGL kind of threw at you, so that was really awesome to see. And is there any shout outs or anything else you want to say for the champion captain? I don't really have anything to give you because I'll give you an imaginary trophy. Here you go.
Huge shout out to everyone on my team. Everyone played very well, and we were extremely we were just on the same page pretty much all game. We all had each other's trust when it came to draft, which was extremely important. Because, for example, last game, we know Lucian's strong, but I had a lot of faith in Bearson to play the Lucian, and we all had faith in him. We had a lot of faith in the bot lane, Super Thick and Risk It, to lane swap and have Super Thick play Caitlyn. So, yeah, huge shout outs there because everyone was very trusting on our team. Huge shout outs to, I don't know, pretty much everyone in the circuit. This was even though we went 15-1, this is extremely difficult. And competition's really tight, so you really need to be not messing up at all. Otherwise, kind of like game 1, then EGL played extremely well when they got a little bit of ahead. So.
Mhm.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no, and thanks for the post-game interview. And congratulations again. Don't party too hard after this after this championship, because we hope to see you guys back in set 2 and whatever the teams are. Like I said, I'm not too sure what the rosters are, but now we're gonna hand it over to Vindy, and it's gonna be it for us.
Yes.
Here, he will fill you in on the future schedule, but it was great talking to you guys for a while, and thanks for listening to my voice for a couple hours. And we will be back in 30 seconds to swap out. So have a
Vindy
good
has
one,
a
and
lot of
see you guys in set
information.
2.
Yeah, so stay tuned for Vindy's information. So.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you can zoom me in, I suppose. All right. How's it going, everybody? Season 1 is now over. So I just wanted to hop on here and kind of give some cheesy thanks. Moving into Season 2, we're going to have 8 teams. Pretty exciting. For those of you following closely and being in the Discord, you already kind of see who those teams are. Tomorrow, I will be putting the rest of FN and EGL players into their respective committed roles. And then I believe all the players in Season 1 will be on their new teams. There's already had a lot of roster swaps have already started happening. I'm sure if you guys are familiar with the scene, this was kind of like an alpha season. A lot of these teams were drafted just so we could, get some local players to play. And we were kind of working out a lot of the rule book. Thank you so much to the captains who have provided a lot of good feedback and kind of pushed me in certain areas that I kind of didn't want to go down to, but now I see that, I'm really happy we did. So starting tomorrow, everyone will be in a committed role. I will be releasing the payment site for all the captains have already paid and signed up. So you will get your team tag once you've paid. And I will be releasing info on how to do that tomorrow, and then we'll get everyone locked in. If you go in the Discord and you hit under logistical, you hit Season 2 schedule. The regular season starts, the first game starts on the 20th of September, so that's about 3 weeks from now. On the 6th, we're going to be doing a group draw show, and that's how we know, we're going to be doing 2 conferences. We're going to do red and blue. So we're going to be doing a group draw show. That's going to be fun. Hopefully we can get some local captains to come in and, I don't know, have something really, really goofy for them to do to, draw teams into their respective conferences. So other than that, we will be having replays. That is 100% going to happen. We actually got a big-ass red button that Doge is going to slam and will give replays. So pretty excited about that. And there's a whole lot more coming. We're going to try to do a Season 1 highlight reel and try to get all the players that played in, a couple of their best highlights. So we'll have that in there. And, it's going to be a good time. Again, reach out to me. I'm Commish Vindy on the Discord. EGL Vindy on League of Legends. Just reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm super stoked for Season 2. I know everyone is. Season 1 was really an alpha season. So Season 2 is going to be the real deal. We have a prize pool. We have some skin in the game. It's going to be a good time. So thank you all for tuning in. And just a side note, we are going to be getting trophies to FN. They're just going to come in a little late. Super Thig's trophy was literally handmade by my wife. So we'll probably get some more standardized trophies in the future. So thank you guys so much again. Really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the 6th of September. Later.